Hello, everybody. I decided to go live. I know it's a little bit late. It is 9:03 here. I think I'm just going to buy some time until Nest comes live again because if not, I will fall asleep and I will miss it. And I don't want to do that. So, yeah, first up, I would like to thank everybody who's watching the replay right now. Thank you so much for coming and enjoying this live with me and watching the replay. Yeah, thank you very much. So I titled this live Great Lives. And I don't mean lives as in live streams. I mean lives in the life as in the life that you're living, great lives. There's a few people in this world that have lived great lives, and that being, hi Marianne, you finally caught me. And that being said, there's a few people I can think of right offhand that live great lives. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, those people that make dents and impressions inside life, those people who make a difference in other people's lives. And there's a lot of people out there like that. Some people don't even know when they're making impression in someone else's life. Hello, Bernice. Thank you for coming. Bernice, thank you for coming. I'm doing fine. Just got on live this late tonight. Just seeing how everybody's doing and wanted to talk about the people that live great lives, the people who make impressions on other people for in a positive way. Um, I would hope that I would be one of those people to do that. Because it really does make a difference on when you talk to somebody, when you stop and give them a time of in your day to talk to them and see how they're doing, how they feel. I always have a heart for people when I see them sitting on the side of the road with their signs, or they're just not asking for nothing, right out asking for anything. They're just, some of them just want to be noticed. They just want you to talk to them. And I read this lady's sign the other day. She was standing on the side of the road and she had this sign in her hand, and it said, I couldn't quite understand it, but it said something like, I don't want to steal and I don't want to lie. If you could just help me with anything, that would be fine. That would be okay. That was it was in the words along that line. Martin Luther King was the best, did change a lot of lives for the best, for the good. Yeah, yeah, he did. Yes, I like Maya Angelou. Her quotes are everything. Oh, yes. Those quotes that she had, I mean, that was like gold right there. People, they need to learn how to live by some of those quotes that she had. If you learn to live by some of those quotes, yes, you will have one of those lives that makes a good impression on another person. Um, there's so many people, they want to be that it person today. They don't want to be even if it's not in a positive way, they just want to be that it person, the one that everybody pays the most attention to, or stuff like that. And it's not even about that these days. It's about the life that you're living. If you're doing something positive for the community around you, and making it a positive difference, a change, and the people. It don't even have to be worldwide known. It can be right in your little community. You could be helping your neighbors out. And the Bible says, a lot about being a good neighbor and helping your neighbors out. And, just checking on them, because some people live by themselves. Some people need other people. We need each other to survive. We really do. That's why God made more than one human. That's why he made a lot of us, because we need each other to survive. Um, but I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and that was a very, very good book. Like, she wrote some good books also. Um, I remember we had to read her books in school, in high school, and do reports on them. And I'd always pick her. I picked Mahalia Jackson one day, and I did a book report on her. And it's some people in our heritage, like in our ancestry, that we don't even know about, that has done some very great things. It didn't just start with Martin Luther King. It was people before him also. It's what the history books want you to learn. That's what we're learning. You have to really go dig deep down inside our generations, and the history of the African American and really see what was being done um, in our community, our in our heritage, or generation before us. Because I mean, and we're not, and I don't sit over here and say like it's all about African Americans, because it's not. There's other races and they have lived great lives too, and they've done great things for their community and their people. And it's about characteristics. It's about the way you carry yourself, the person who you are, the person who people see. You know, I know a lot of people say people put up fronts and covers over themselves, and they try to make people believe that there's something that they're not. But really, deep down inside, if you're a type of person and you carry yourself in a certain way, people is gonna notice that. So it's not like you have to force any characteristics out of yourself, because what you are is what you are. Everything, there's nothing new under the sun. So everything you've done, someone has done that before. And I hate to say it that way, because a lot of people like to be unique and they want to do something new. You know, I like, I like, I come as one, but I stand as 10. Oh yeah, yes, I love that. That's beautiful right there. I did one on Mahalia Jackson also. Oh yeah, she was a great woman too. And I really do. I remember drawing her for art class too. Really, really, really beautiful woman. Um, I was looking at this movie the other day. It's called Good Hair. I don't know if y'all seen that movie. By it had what's his name? The funny guy, Chris Rock. I think Chris Tucker. I think it's Chris Rock. I'm not sure. I get those two mixed up. I don't know how, but I get them two mixed up. But I was reading that on how even the people in our race, they think that good hair is hair that's like silky and down your back and all that. But good hair is if you have hair. And oh, okay, Chris Rock. Okay, that's who it is. I don't know how I keep getting those two mixed up. I'm always saying that like well, I can't really say anything because I get Eddie Murphy and his brother mixed up a lot. So yeah, not the one that passed away, the other one. I know there's another brother because they look just like. It's a lot of people in the acting industry that look just alike, huh? He only had one brother. What? Who's the other guy? Huh? I must be tripping. I thought he had two brothers. Oop. But we just got out of a live with it was over at DCOP for Life More is Live, and they were talking about domestic violence and stuff like that. It was a pretty good live. And I noticed that there's a lot of women on here that has went through the same thing. And I am one of those women. And I just getting older, the older and older I get, the more and more I'm not afraid to come out and talk about it. And I'm so glad that, you know, I see that I don't have to feel stupid for being in that situation, or anything like that, because there's other people that's been in that situation and it's not our fault, you know. And I've had counselors and therapists and psychologists tell me that before, but it don't mean nothing until you hear from the right person. It don't mean nothing until you hear from the people that's around you, that's right there in your face. Because I feel like they're getting paid to tell you that. They're getting paid to tell you that it's not your fault. You didn't do anything to deserve that. So I really didn't take it to heart. So, and I believe like they always say like the women back then, the ones we were just talking about, they didn't have to go through none of stuff like that. That didn't exist back then, when that's wrong because I believe it existed. This has existed for a long time. Domestic abuse and people had to go and get through that to be the people that they are today, to be the strong women that they are today. And I'm not going to say that I know of any women in the history books that have been through that, but I know there's a lot that have that hasn't came out and just straight out said that, look, I went through this, and now I'm this kind of woman today. But also there's men that go through it too. I'm not playing against genders here because there's some men that they get beat up on. I remember this one guy um, when I used to work in the hospital. I remember this guy came in and he had a black eye, and he said, "Oh, I got into a fight with my friend." He kept saying, "I got into a fight with my friend." And when they actually ended up finding out how he got the black eye from his wife, the doctors started laughing at him, and he really feel bad, and I feel bad too for him in my heart. I was like, wow, that's not fair. They shouldn't treat men like that, that come forward and tell them exactly what happened. Hey, money, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I saw your video the other day. Your daughter had made that seafood. Oh, that looked good. If I could get through the screen and get me a taste of it, boy, oh boy, that looked good. And I've been wanting me some seafood for a while now. I went to the seafood place the other day and they're closed down. Their flyer says they're open. The door says they're open, but they're not open. There's no one in there. It says, "Come on in, we're open," but you can't go in. Doors locked. It's closed. It's like, hey, maybe this is a sign that I need to stop eating so much seafood because I promise y'all, I was going to the seafood joint like every once a month. You know how you get paid and you want to go treat yourself. Yeah. Oh, also, I wanted to say, everybody who doesn't know, anybody who's on SSI, you can go on the IRS website to get my payment, and you can put in your information in there now, and it'll tell you the status of your check. At first, it was saying that they didn't have your information in there yet, and it'll still say that on the when you first the main screen when you first go into the IRS website. But if you go ahead and put your information in there, it will tell you the status of your check now. And I just got a alert on my for my bank account that I was going to get a deposit on the 29th on Wednesday. So, and I am on SSI disability. So, anyone who is on SSI, trust and believe you're going to get your check and it's coming in a couple days. So, I just wanted to let everybody know that because a lot of people thought that since they didn't work or file a tax return that they wasn't going to be getting anything. That's not true. You are going to get something. So I guess they can't be handing out everybody's money at the same time because then there'll be nothing in the stores. Just like they had to split up the food stamp thing when you get your food stamps. Everybody doesn't get their food stamps on the first anymore because they had to split it up because too many people were getting their food stamps on the same day, and the stores would be empty, and it wouldn't be enough stuff for everybody to go around. People couldn't get their meat that they needed to get for the month. And, it's a hassle of having all those people in the store anyways at the same time. And especially right now with this pandemic going on, you really don't want a lot of people in the store together. In Atlanta, Georgia, they had a party that was thrown and they had over 1,000 people gathered out there. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Y'all, just because the government says that it's okay to do something doesn't mean that it's really okay. Use your common sense. Don't go out still and be around large groups of people because it's not it's not safe still. It's still not safe. You know. Um Sorry y'all, I'm trying to send a text message real quick. Oops. My bad, y'all. Um Let me see. Okay, Marianne says hi to Money. Money says hi to Marianne. Bernie says that sounds scared the heck out of me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's my phone. I keep getting these messages back to back, and I can turn the phone down, but I can't turn the alerts down for some reason. Marianne says my husband is on disability Social Security. Well, he's gonna be getting his soon. If you type in let me see, girl, you should have seen the nail shop in GA around the corner, just awful. I believe it. There's people there. Oh my goodness, they're getting together and they're acting like there's no virus at all. That this is just not going on. Even my fiance, he told me the other day, I don't believe there's a virus. I said, you better believe something because um, just because you don't see anybody around you close that's getting it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Hey, Diamond, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It does exist. People need to get real and start taking this serious because I don't know why people do that, but they try to make themselves feel better by saying that it doesn't exist. It's not that bad. Oh, it's bad, honey. It's bad. It's out there and it's killing people. So anything that's taking people off the map is pretty bad. And yeah, and I think I heard about that too in GA. They have a lot of people gathering in one spot, and that's not good. Um, Let me see. Money says the mail lady got robbed the other day because of the stimulus check. Oh my goodness. What are they going to do with stimulus checks? Like, you cannot cash it. It's not in your name. It's not under your social security number. So why would you rob a mail person, a postal worker, for a check that you can't even cash? You have to have an ID. It has to be your name on that check. You have to have the social security number that goes with. Come on, people. People have to get smarter for real. I don't understand how they're going to even do that. How they're going to cash that check. That's crazy. Bernie says the party in Chicago, over 1,000 people in a house. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Over 1,000 people gathering up together. Are y'all serious? I mean, come on, get for real. You can't be silly. Don't be silly and just think that, oh, the government lifted the ban, so we're free. Everything's all right. Everything's disappeared. It's not happening anymore. Crazy. It's no laughing matter, but it's crazy how people just jump to conclusions about. Uh-oh, let me turn this echo off. Trying to look at the room so I can see the messages faster. Um, Diamond says, hello everyone. Bernie says, at Money Team, what state? Oh my gosh. Diamond says, thank you for your support. Yes. Money says, Flint, Michigan. Wow. I would have been scared the floor would collapse. I know, right? All them people together. That's crazy. Not even scared of the virus. I'm scared that there's too many people in one building together. Shoot. I know it was hot up in there. Everybody's sweating. Too many people breathing in the same air. That's too much. Too much. Too much. I wouldn't be able to deal at all. If you haven't already, please give me a like on your way in. If you want to, it's no force, no peer pressure. If you want to. Um, Yeah, but I just got on for a little while to, and if you don't have somebody in here, please grab them up. There's a lot of great people in here. If you want to grow your channel, let me say that again. If you want to grow your channel, please grab up Bernice's Junk Closet. She has a lot of great people in her live, and they will connect to you, and they will stick. They will. Trust me. Let me see. Diamond says people are acting recklessly and not taking the pandemic seriously. Exactly, Diamond, they're not, and it's a shame. But when they get it, they're going to want sympathy, right? Marianne says, "Hello, Diamond." Renee says they had masks around their neck, not their face. Yeah, exactly. Why are you wearing that mask if you ain't gonna put it over your face? For fashion? Because I know a lot of people are us going off this thing where who has the better mask, the better looking mask. I mean, people turn anything into a trend now. It's crazy. But why wear that mask around your neck if you ain't gonna have it around your mouth and your nose? There was a girl in Walmart the other day. I saw her wearing one, and she had it over her mouth, but she didn't have it over her nose. And I'm thinking, is that how you're supposed to wear them? Because I know when I'm in the hospital and I see the doctor wearing them, they have it over their nose and their mouth. But hey, to each their own. um, So they're not delivering no mail to the apartment buildings. Wow. See, that's horrible. One person messed it up for the whole bunch. So all those people that they're not getting their mail, I guess they got to go pick it up from the post office, right? That's horrible. Wow, money team terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. That's horrible. It's crazy too. Diamond says thumbs up this live, support the oh, thank you. Diamond says, hey Marianne. Marianne says, did you hear about now that people are getting strokes because of this virus? Oh Lord. You know what? It's newer and newer symptoms coming out for this virus. The other day I got this email from a friend of mine. She sent me a video, and this black lady was saying that she was a nurse for X amount of years, and she don't really get on social media and she doesn't really say much. But now she wanted to let the people know that there's new symptoms in African American people that we may not be aware of. Like if you are laying down and because you have muscle aches or you're having like aches where you didn't have aches before, that you need to get up and walk because that may be blood clots forming inside you. And that can be a symptom of having the COVID 19 also. And I'm thinking, what? This is just crazy. Like more and more symptoms are coming about, and I don't understand. Okay, no, simply it goes over the nose and mouth. Okay. Okay, Diamond. I was wondering because she had she had it over just half of her face, like just I thought it covered up the nose, the mouth, and the chin. Marianne says, I just use a scarf. Yeah, I see people using scarves, but if something gets like if it's in the air, a scarf is like a sponge. It's going to hold whatever is, whatever comes. I don't know. But I don't think a scarf is gonna protect people, but I don't know. I see a lot of people using scarves though, but I just don't know, y'all. Shoot, we don't even know nothing these days because our own president said that you could drink bleach and get cured from the COVID-19. Oh Lord, I'm glad people ain't that stupid to believe that you can actually drink 409 or bleach or whatever he said, Clorox, and get rid of it. And they ain't gonna never let him live that down either, ever. I can't believe he said that. And the bleach creators of bleach or Clorox, they came out and they said, we did not condole this. We did not say no, he's your president. He- he's not my president. Can we please have Obama back, please? Can he run another term for us or something? Can we get Michelle up there or something? Because this guy right here, it needs to be thick enough for particles not to get through. Okay, okay, okay. Wearing it like that is not effective. Wearing it like oh okay, what I said earlier, Diamond. Wearing it over just the mouth part. But yeah, man. When I heard that the president said that, I said we are truly living in the last days. I mean, what if we can't even trust what he says? Who can we? I mean, you can never trust what the president say, anyways, because they're just a puppet. It's not like they're running the world. It's just somebody, a scapegoat for whoever's running things to, blame it on the president. Hey, this happened. Let's blame it on the president. I ain't gonna say he didn't cause a lot of chaos and corruption inside, the White House or whatever. He wanted to blame it on the president before him, Obama. But hey, one man can only do so much. So, but I ain't taking up for him because he is. I mean, he's loony. He's Looney Tunes. That was very irresponsible, immature. Yes, it was. I mean, he's so clueless. And when he first became president, I was like, we are doomed because this guy is not president material. He's a businessman. He doesn't. I mean, he's about business. He's about money. He's not about politics. He's not about um, knowing what's best for the community, for the people. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what's best for us. He doesn't care about us. He's getting paid big bucks to be up in that White House. And all he cares about is, you know, his reelection. I should say that. He doesn't care if we're safe or not. He just wants to tell us what we want to hear. And he's such in a rush to open back up the economy, open back up the cities so that we can get to voting for him and we could say, hey, look at Trump got this disease gone. Trump got rid of this virus for us. He did this, he did that. Let's all vote for him. Let's re-vote for him. No. Mm-mm. Hey, Trish, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I hope that you're going live later because I want to be in there. You have the best lives too. She has some good lives, y'all. Trish has some good. Subscribe to her if you can. Boy, I'm telling you, we'll be having fun up in there. Money says, what was on the news the other day? Dad and son had died 3 hours because of virus, and three hospitals turned them away. That's so sad. Mm-mm-mm. He is disrespectful and prejudiced. Yes, he is. He's very disrespectful and prejudiced and sexist and a couple other words, choice words that I don't want to use on my live, but yes, he is. He's very immature and very disrespectful. And he just doesn't he's prejudiced too, Um he actually kicked, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but he actually kicked some black people out of his rally one day. They weren't doing anything. They were just standing there and they were listening. And he kicked them out of his rally that he had for no apparent reason. It's on the news if you look it up that President Trump kicks African American teenagers out of his rally. It's not like they were yelling absurd things to him. It's not like they were making a scene. He just actually saw them in the crowd and kicked them out. It's crazy. What money team? Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's crazy money. I can't believe they did that. It's so horrible. And people nobody takes anything serious unless it's their family member or someone close to them that's it's happening to. But we gotta understand that if this is gonna happen to these people, it's liable to happen to us too. It's just a matter of time. So we gotta stand up for our rights still. We have to be a voice for the people. If the people can't be a voice for themselves, somebody's gotta do it. And I, for one, I would like to be a bold person to stand up for our rights and stand up for our beliefs and, just not let these people shut us down like that. Don't let these people kick us to the side. We've been kicked aside long enough. So Marianne says, ha ha ha, not my president. He's stupid after saying about injecting these chemicals to kill the virus. He's a dumb, you know what? Yes, I agree, Marianne. He's only a businessman. That's it. That's exactly what he is. He's all about money. Diamond says they're looking into blood pressure medications as a cure for the virus. Interesting. I know that they were saying that they had these two antibiotics that were already, I think I don't know what antibiotics it is, but they said they were going to put these two antibodies together and that it was kind of helping people out, with treatment. It wasn't a cure, but it was a treatment for the virus. And they were trying it out on a couple people, but I guess that didn't go far because I never heard anything else about it. So I don't know. But whatever they do, I hope it's safe for us. I hope that it will not. I mean, we can't expect there to be a cure because even if there was, they're not gonna just straight up give it to us. They have to be able to make money on it. Big pharma wants to make money off of every and anything they can. So we got medicines out right now that have so many bad side effects to them that some medicines you can't even take, because of the side effects. And they always get on TV and say, "Well, you might experience diarrhea, runny nose, this and this and this, and you don't even want to take that medicine. You're like, nah, I'd rather go through what I'm going through than take this medicine and experience all these side effects. This is not the business." I know they tried to give me this one medication one day. I went to the hospital. I was having a panic attack. Um, I was in a lot of pain, and they had given me a pain killer. I think it was morphine, or it was something that was no, actually, it was something that was stronger than morphine. I don't know what that word is, but they gave me something. They only gave me 4 milligrams of it, and when they gave it to me, I got really, really nauseous, real, real, real sick to my stomach. And when I got sick to my stomach, they gave me some what was it? Leprazos? No, it was Reglan. I don't think I'm saying it right, but it was some kind of anti-nausea medicine, and I had a really bad allergic reaction to it. It was closing my throat up. It was making me really paranoid and hallucinating, and it was I just feel so out of it. And they had to give me some other medicine to counteract that medicine. So they don't even they don't even care about what they're giving you. They're just giving us stuff like guinea pigs just to try it out on us. And that's what's so scary about going to the hospital these days. You don't never know what they're putting inside your IV. So you got to be real careful when you go to the hospital. And that's why I haven't been wanting to go to the hospital. When I had got sick and I had a really bad chest pains about a couple days. Well, I didn't say a couple, like last week, I've been having like really bad chest pains to where I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't breathe, take a deep breath in, and it just felt like a lot of pressure on my chest, and I couldn't catch my breath. And I was thinking, I don't want to go to the hospital. I do not want to go to the hospital because I don't go to the emergency room unless I can't take it anymore. I'm not that kind of person. Oh, I feel a little ache here. I got to go to the emergency room. No, I wait till it gets to the point where I cannot literally take it anymore. And it was so bad, y'all. I didn't know if I threw out my back. I think I threw out my back though, but the pain was in my chest. It was deep inside, like right in the middle of my back and my chest, but like deep inside in the middle. And I was like, man, what is this? And I couldn't sit up right, and I couldn't like every time I would sit a certain way, I would breathe in, and it would spasm, and it was just horrible. And I didn't even know what to do. Let me see. He said use lupus medicine, and a man used fish pills and died. The name is similar. Oh wow. Yeah, this guy was. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that, Bernice. I sure did. I don't know what. I still to this day I don't know what that was. Um, I don't know. I just it was hurting for a couple days, and every time I would take a deep breath, it would hurt really bad. It would sting inside, like this really bad. I mean, I have never experienced pain like that before, and I still don't know what it was. It just and end up, going away on its own. And I was telling this lady was telling me about how her cousin has little mini heart attacks, and you can have like a mini heart attack and not even know it. And I was like, she was explaining the symptoms that he was telling her about, and I was like, oh my God, I know I didn't have a heart attack because it really, like, I never experienced that pain in my life before, but it would not go away. It would just linger, and I couldn't go to sleep. I was scared to fall asleep because every time I would try to fall asleep, the pain would get like more intense, and I couldn't lay down, and I couldn't hardly sit up. It was like I would sit up, and it would give me a little bit relief sitting up, but then it would come back full blown, and it just kept doing that off and on. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm telling my fiance, rub my back for me, rub my back. I think it's my back. And he's rubbing my back, and it's still hurting. Like it didn't do any good. It was just the pain would not go anywhere. So when this pandemic is over with, I'm gonna have to go get a stress test done on my heart and see if it's anything wrong with my heart because I do have an irregular heartbeat. So oxycontin or oxycodone, what's that? Oh, hold on. He is very disrespectful to women after he said in that bust to that newscaster about grabbing women's, you know what, that you can do anything you want to them because you're so-called famous. Bull crap. Yeah, that's right. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Thumbs up the live and share with a friend. Yes, please share me out. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, I don't know what it was. What do you mean, Marianne? Oxycontin or oxycodone? Oxycodone. Huh? But yeah, it was weird. I don't know what it was, but I was just praying to God that whole night. Please, God, don't let me be having a heart attack. Please don't let me die. I don't want to go to the hospital. I was really panicking too on top of that, and I had to calm myself down because every time I would panic, it would get even more intense, and it was like, whoa, what is going on? I couldn't take it. It was horrible. But also, I was going to tell y'all that I'm going to do a giveaway soon. I'm going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be some gift cards I'm going to give away. And I'm trying to get a hold to Scent and Mold because I want a shirt with my picture on it and with my channel name on it. I saw that shirt that they had made for another content creator, and I was like, yes, I want one of those. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to get something together for all my followers and everything, the content creators that come in here. I want to get something together where we can all get together maybe on the same panel and share our stories about, how when we first became YouTubers versus how it is now for us and what it took for us to get where we are and all that. And I was really thinking because someone asked me, well, I think it was Trish that asked a question in her live the other day. What is the biggest challenge that you have faced so far being a content creator on YouTube? And I was telling her that the greatest challenge I've came across is how to keep an audience, to keep people in your lives. But I mean, they say the numbers don't matter. It's just as long as someone's watching, it could be one person, it can be two people. It doesn't matter. But I mean, really, that would be nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do because I really want to get more out there and involved in the YouTube world. I want more people to know me and I want other people to get known. And I mean, I know maybe it doesn't matter about the numbers because it's gonna come when it comes, but at the same time, to me, it does matter because I just want everyone to know, like, if I have a message that I want to spread to people, I would like to have a big enough audience so they can do word of mouth and go spread that to someone else and, vice versa. But, that's why I try to visit as much lives as I can visit. Every day I'm looking for a live to come in. If you're on my friends list, trust and believe if you do lives, I'm up in there. If I'm in the bushes, I'm in the bushes, but I'm gonna be up in there. I drop down and say hi, and I'm here to stop by to show my love, and I give you a thumbs up. And I'll stay in there, listen, and I'll stay in the bushes and listen. And some people don't even be knowing I be up in their lives the whole time. They be on 2, 3 hours, and I'm sitting up in the bushes just listening the whole time. I let my phone play. It's funny because I have my phone next to me while I'm in the bed, laying down watching like a Netflix movie, and I had the Netflix movie playing on low, and I'm listening to people's lives. I was in like 2 different lives the other day because I have YouTube on my TV too, so I can run it on my TV and I can watch you on my TV, and I can have another person playing on my phone. So it's pretty good. I like doing it like that way because then that way you give people their watch time minutes and you don't overdo it because I know that you can't run people too much because YouTube gets suspicious and they're like, hey, these people ain't watching this. And uh because I remember this guy, he said he was like, oh, I'm gonna go on all 20 of my names and I'm gonna give you 20 more people, and he went on all his 20 names and he added subscribe to me, and YouTube took those back. Like, we ain't dumb, dude. You did this from the same IP address. We're taking them all back. So they took them all back, and I noticed that too. But you know what? When you lose a couple, you gain a whole lot more. You know, it doesn't even matter because you're gonna gain those back. So don't be discouraged, y'all. If you are making friends at a slow pace, don't worry. They're gonna come when they come. And it doesn't even matter if you have content, like great content. If you are a supporter of these people, they will support you back. I learned that also. But you gotta invest some time in showing people that you supporting them. You gotta actually show your face to them. Show them that you're there, show them that you're supporting them, and they will appreciate it and show you back. That's what I do. When I see somebody who's really supporting me and really coming into my lives and interacting with me, I go back to their channel and I show them that, hey, I saw you in my live. I'm here to show you that same love back. And believe me, I'm gonna stay there and it's gonna stick, and I'm not gonna release you. I'm not. I'm gonna hold on to you tight, and we're not releasing each other. So I just I just end up doing that for a lot of people. And even if I don't see a person in my live, if I go to your live and I like what I see, I'm still gonna stay there. That's just kind of the kind of person I am. Um, Let me see. Yes. Okay. Yes, if they gave you that in the hospital. Oh no, they gave me, it wasn't oxycontin, oxycodone. It was something else. I don't know what it was, but it had a different name on it, like Demerol, or I don't know what it was, but it was a weird name. It was a big weird name, and I didn't see until I looked at my discharge papers what it was, and I couldn't understand what that was. And I'm thinking, why would they give me this high powered painkiller like this? And I never had it before. This is now a family venture. That's right, Diamond. Be here for the giveaway. Share with your friends. Let's get simply to 1,000 before the month is over. Oh, thank you, Diamond. Yeah, because at my 1K, I'm really gonna give away something. I'm not just saying that just to be saying that. I know a lot of people say that, and then you go into their live and they're like, oh, thank you for the 1K, and they're like, okay, I'll see y'all later. I'm celebrating, and they make this up with dinner and pretty background and all this, and then they're like, I thought they were doing, but I mean, I don't care like that, but if you're gonna say something, then you might as well do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's also another thing. As people go by your honesty and the word of mouth, like if you're gonna say something, honor the words that come out your mouth. And I try to do that also because I don't want people looking at me like, hey, this person just talking. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect, and when I see people just talking just to be talking, I'm like, you end up going about your business because you're like, they just talking again. You got to be able to take somebody by their word, and even not on YouTube, even off YouTube. We're growing together. That's right, Diamond. We are. And I loved your live the other day. We were on the panel up there. We were having our discussions. We let everybody into our lives. Um, as far as YouTube lives in our public chat, you are welcome to come in. You're welcome to discuss whatever you want. You are welcome to ask questions. Nothing is off limits except the inappropriate things. And I think we're all grown enough to know what inappropriate things are. So, but as far as asking questions and a Q&A, live, that would be great too. I would like to do something like that too, because if I want to get to know y'all and I want y'all to get to know me, because we're more than just, a screen name to each other. Some of us, we wake up in the morning and we look forward to getting on live, and we look forward to talking to each other and seeing how each other's doing, and what you got planned for today, what you intending on doing for today. Are you going to go on live, or what are you going to talk about today? You know, I really do look forward to some lives out there. I'm like, hey, I like what you got to say. So I'm gonna come over. I want a gift card, girl. You know what? You might be a winner because you always up in here, Diamond. You know a lot. And Paul says, "Oh yes, I see several names in the chat room that I am familiar with. Good evening, my sisters. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining us. I'm just on here talking about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. What me and Diamond usually do. We talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We have to be quicker and getting the trolls out because they pose as a threat to the page. Yeah, that's true, Diamond. It was a couple of them the other day that was in the chat room I noticed, and they were saying some inappropriate things about us, but we kind of ignored it and just blocked them and went about our business because you can't always pay ignorance attention, because when ignorance sees that you're paying them attention, they'll keep on doing ignorant things. It's just like schoolyard, petty, immature things. Like, say, like when you're growing up and either you're a little girl or a little boy and somebody else likes you and they're tapping you or they're hitting you or throwing something at you, just picking on you, picking on you, picking on you. It's just crazy. And I just put that example out there because when I was little, I had this guy, not a guy, but a little boy, like, my age. And when I was in school, he would walk by my desk and he would throw little balls of crumbled up paper at me. Every day he would go by my desk and he would throw a little paper at me, and I would put my head down on my desk and I'm crying, like, why is he picking on me? I kept asking myself, why is this guy picking on me? Out all the people in the room, he wants to do this to me. And I would go home and I would cry to my grandmother, grandfather, and I would tell him, this guy, he's picking on me at school, and I don't understand why. Out of all the people, there's other girls in there, and and my grandma said, maybe he likes you. And she was like, you know what? I want you to get a jar and I want you to write on a piece of paper, throw paper in jar, and you tape that piece of paper to that jar and set it on your desk. And I did that. I put throw paper in jar, and I took a piece of tape off the teacher's desk and I taped it to the jar and I set it on my desk. And y'all, this little boy comes up in the classroom. He comes up in the classroom and he walks past my desk and he has that paper in his hand, and he comes by my desk and he looks at that jar and he looks at me and he looks at the jar and he put his hand down and he walks away with a piece of paper. And I promise y'all, from that day forth, that little boy did not throw any more paper at me. I don't know how that happened, how that worked, and how my grandmother knew that was going to work, but it worked. And he did not throw any more paper at me. Hey, Police 197, thank you for joining us. Um, Diamond said that troll flagged me. I had to have the video reviewed, but it was put back up. Yeah, you know what? YouTube knows when someone is being a pest and they're just flagging just to be flagging. They will review it, and if there's no like, since there's bots right now reviewing it, if there's no keywords that stand out to them where it says that they need to take it down or they need to delete it from the YouTube platforms, they're not going to do that. They're going to put it right back up. It's going to be reviewed. The bots are going to read through it and it's going to be replaced. And I noticed lately that they're doing that to a lot of people, though. They're giving it out these messages that says your video have been flagged, and they're putting it back up. Um, a short time later, they're putting it back up. Like the next day, they're putting them back up. It might take a while, but if you go to your YouTube Studio, download the latest version of YouTube Studios. I don't know why some people are not able to download the latest version, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But there's some people that can't download it, and I don't understand that. But if you go through Google Chrome and you type in YouTube Studio, it should take you to if you're on your phone, you want to put your phone on desktop site, and it'll take you to the newest version of YouTube Studio. And in the YouTube studio, you can put music on your to your lives. You can blur out faces. You can wipe out a whole section of your live that you don't want. Say you have music on there and you decided I shouldn't have played any music on there, so you can go there and you can wipe that out. You can change your thumbnail from there. You can set your settings on there of who you want, who you don't want in your chat. Blocking people. You can add and unadd mods from there. You can. It's a lot of stuff y'all can do on there. I'm telling you, when I went on there, I was amazed. Like, wow, YouTube got this set up to where you can make some editing changes on there. um, Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm skipping some comments. Paul says, Diamond Girl Tea Time. Thank you so much, lovely lady. Diamond says, right, that new version, I'm not supported. I don't understand that though, because I have well actually, you know what? I think it has to be a certain kind of phone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But also pretty sure if you have a laptop you should be able to do it, but it's already on desktop mode, so it's a laptop, so it should automatically download to the new version. But what are you doing? Hold on, y'all, 1 minute. Yeah, she knows better. This dog running, losing her mind. Mm-mm-mm. You know better, Sage. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you can go on there and you can change some stuff up, and also like it takes a few steps to block some people too, because you can have them blocked from seeing you in the chat, but they can still be unblocked to where they can comment on your page and all that kind of stuff. So it's a few steps that you have to take to completely block them if you want to block someone. But me, I don't really have, I might have 2 or 3 people on my block list, and that's from just some outrageous things, that they have done. So, but as far as that, I don't really block people. And, you know, if you go on there, also you can, it was something else that I was going to tell y'all could do. Oh yeah, you can check your watch time hours. Like it has this little hand thing on there where it has how far you have gotten. It has the little like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a graph kind of like, and it shows you how far along you are, and it has like if you click the little dollar sign, it tells you how far you are away from being monetized, and at the bottom it says we will send you an email when you're up for eligibility to be monetized and stuff like that. It's really neat. I like it. Hi, Fifi. Hey, thank you for coming. Bernice is laughing. Bernice. I don't know how to. I'm sorry if I'm saying. I think it's Bernice or Bernice. I have to see how Catherine says it, but I want to call you Bernice. Says Paul says hello to you, my sister. So good to see you again. Diamond says every live video is an experience, trial and error, but we're learning. That's right. Fifi says, hey, Diamond, Marianne, chat and mods. Diamond says, hello, Bernice. Um, yeah, it is. It's a learning experience. I'm still learning. I'm still learning, y'all. I have a long ways to go with learning this, but I took computers in high school, and in a college course, I took business office technology, and I was certified. I got my certification in it. But I'm telling y'all, these computers are getting more and more advanced and advanced. Back in the day when we going to school, we learned Windows 94, Windows 95. Now they got these smart computers that do a lot more. And, you almost got to go back to school to relearn these computers because it's not how we used to, know how to do, the F12 or the Control Alt Delete button doesn't work anymore. You got to do a whole bunch of different things, but I'm still kind of pretty smart on getting my computer, up and running. Fifi says, girl, I'm learning thanks to you. Oh, thanks you too. Thanks you too. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, we are. We're all still learning, and it just takes time and patience. You got to have patience to work with computers because oh my goodness, my neighbors are fighting. They are always fighting, y'all. I need to give me some popcorn and just post up and look out the window. They forever fighting. My goodness, I heard a whole story, life story the other day. The girl got mad at her husband or something, and she was saying how he left her for her sister or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy. I was like, oh my goodness, that they might want to go back in the house and discuss that. And then every time the girl would go in the house, the guy was standing by her car and he would set her alarm off. He would kick the door or he would open the door, like try to open the door for her car alarm to go off. And she would run out there and she was, hey, 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 cussing him out. And then she would shut the alarm off, beep, beep, and go back in the house. And as soon as she got back in the house, she'd be in there for about 2 or 3 minutes and he set the car alarm off again. And they did this. I'm not even lying. They did this for like 2 or 3 hours and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my goodness, when is the madness gonna stop? Diamond says, girl, you helped me and I'm so thankful. Oh, no problem, Diamond. Marianne says, hello, Fifi. Diamond says, news, girl. There you go. It's content. I know, right? Bernice says, who is this? All my neighbors. My neighbors were acting crazy. They was, they do this almost every other day. They're arguing with each other and then they're back together. You see them walking together to the car, hand in hand. They're smiling and laughing and kissing on each other. Then the next day, it's just like clockwork. They're back at it again, fighting like cats and dogs. Fifi says, I'd be too stubborn to take him back. No way. Man, it's crazy. And they spill they air out their dirty laundry in public all the time. It's like, if you want to know anything about them, just wait a little while. They're gonna let you know because they scream and they holler and they like right now he's kicking her door. He's kicking her door. And she's opened her door, stop, and she slammed the door and he kicking it. And the police ain't gonna come because they don't wanna take no risks of getting the virus. They ain't trying to get between people fighting, they not they said they ain't finna come unless it's a life or death situation, unless it's a real emergency. They are not coming. And that's horrible because these guys are taking advantage. 5A did this one this morning, her neighbors. 5 did one this morning, her neighbors. Really? Oh, wow. See, you know what? I think my neighbors will be my content. No, it's funny. I was gonna show y'all one day. I was gonna videotape it, but I was like, no, I might get in trouble for videotaping people when they don't know. But it was so crazy. It was like this guy. I don't know his roommate or I don't know if they're lovers or what, but he was like he was sitting on a little bench thing and he was like, give me my clothes, give me my bag. And he was like, and the dude in the house was all like, I'm not giving you nothing until you give me $500. And I'm like, whoa. And he was like, yeah, you stayed here all week, you ate up all the food and you washed your dirty clothes in my wash machine, got my wash machine all stinking and you didn't even you didn't even have the audacity to dry your stuff. You just had it sitting on my couch, just molding, molding the house. I was over here dying laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, they too much. There's too much. And he was like, did I do this to you when you didn't have nowhere to go and you was staying at my house? And he was like, I don't care. You need to go right now. And I was like, what is going on? And then when you get into it with your spouse, they want to call their family members and Jesus, it's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you for your support. It's definitely appreciated. Yes, it is so much appreciated. But it be too much going on around here. Oh, and if you just came in, I had told everybody earlier that if you did not get your stimulus pay yet, check your bank account. You should have a pending balance if you have a bank account, or if you're on SSI disability, they're sending out the second half of the checks that people have not got yet if they haven't got the stimulus yet. For SSI, there's a website called Get My Payment, and it's the IRS website. And you type in your social security number, your birth date, and your address and your zip code, and it gives you the status of where your check is at or when it's going to be sent to you or deposited or mailed to you, however way they're going to do it. If you're on SSI, it's going to be deposited on your Direct Express card on the 29th. Well, you should be getting an alert that you'll be, if you have deposit information, like if you have it set up to where they call you when you're about to receive a deposit, they should have called you today and let you know about it sometime this evening. but you're definitely gonna get it. And it says on the first menu when you go on the IRS website, it says that if you're on SSI, SSA, SSID, um, they don't have your information yet, their status yet, but don't pay attention to that. Ignore that. Go ahead and type in your information, and it will be on there now. At first, it was saying that we don't have any information on you right now, but they have let the Social Security office know in different states around the United States that they will be depositing the stimulus checks inside of your Direct Express cards. There's no additional steps that you need to take at all to receive the money. It will automatically be deposited into your Direct Express card, and you don't have to oops, check being deployed Wednesday at 0100. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you got your call earlier, Fifi. I got my call too. Yep. Um, she didn't show any faces, but we listened. Bernie says, now I see, I don't understand that. They don't want to come out for that, but then they do a parade down the street for kids whose birthday it was, but no one came. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that too. I saw them do that. The police came down the street and they hand this little girl birthday presents and money and stuff like that, but they could come do that, but they can't come to a disturbance. And that's crazy. It's just backwards, it's backwards. Paul says he is mean and spiteful. He was condemned by God to love his wife, and this is what he does. He will reap what he sowed. Yeah, everybody, I don't know. Everybody has their flaws and faults and stuff, and sometimes it's not just the man's fault. Sometimes it's the woman's fault. So I can't really take sides because I don't know what's going on in between their indoors. I know what's going on outdoors. And I know a little bit that's going on indoors from what they say, but sometimes a woman, when they see a man that's a good man and a man that doesn't fight on women, they'll try to provoke that man just to see what kind of a man he is. If he's tough, because they like that thug, that thug appeal inside of him. They try to provoke that, try to bring that out in the guy, and it's some sick, sadistic people like that in the world that they like that kind of stuff, that attention, and that's the only kind of attention they're used to is negative attention, and it's horrible, y'all. I mean, trust and believe. I've seen this happen, and I've seen this in some females, and I've had females tell me, "Oh, you know, he must really love me because he really gets heated over. I must have some good this, because he really gets mad over this when I do this or when I go here or do that." That's not the business. That's not how we were meant to be with each other. We're meant to love and honor and respect and, cherish each other. Love does not hurt. It doesn't envy. It doesn't boast. The Bible tells us right there what love is. So if you don't know what love is, read the Bible because it sure will tell you. And if you don't believe in the Bible, don't worry because common sense tells you right there what love is too. Um, just use your common sense because love shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt at all in any type of way. Diamond says she didn't show any. Okay, I read that. Fifi says, laugh out loud. I can't take that arguing. Got text today, Wednesday. Yeah, they're going to let y'all know when y'all get them checks today. It should have been today that you got that alert. Diamond says, yes, at Paul, they forgot those vows after reception. Surely did. True story, Diamond. Bernie says, I might not get one. Why? Is it all because you make too much money? I think the only people who's not getting them is the high class, the ones who make too much money. Bernie says that is superficial. The parents should explain to the child it is a world crisis, not party for you. Exactly. It's not party time, y'all. It's time to buckle down and really get serious about life because all life is not a party and a laugh and a kiki. It's not that. Sometimes you got to get serious. Sometimes you got to buckle down and really look around and see what's real, what's reality from what's not. Because reality is not going to the club every day, clubbing. It's not going out to eat every day. It's really paying attention to those things that's essential in life, like the businesses that are opening up that's supposed to be important right now. The things that's important in life, the necessities, not the wants, the necessities in life is what's really important. People always living by their wants instead of their needs, and that's what gets us messed up. We have to know, we have to decipher from what is really a want and what is really a need. Fifi says, Paul, how long I gotta wait for my ex to get his? Been waiting 25 years. Oh my goodness, Fifi. Diamond says, "What happened to love, honor, cherish till death, right?" Paul says, "Why not, Bernice?" Bernice says, "Girl, bye. I'm on YouTube and I work 4 jobs plus my hubby works. We don't make too much." Wait, I gotta read that again. I'm on YouTube and I work 4 jobs. Oh my goodness. Plus my hubby works. We don't make too much. Oh man. You know, my friend, she was working 3 jobs and she was saying, I was asking her, why is she working so many jobs, Because I used to work that many, but the reason why I used to work that many is because I was trying to take up time. I was trying to always have something to do every minute, every hour, because I was so, I was depressed. I spent a lot of years of being depressed, really, really severely depressed. And I lost a lot of weight. I went down to almost 89 pounds, and that's really underweight for my age and height. And I really was sick. I was really sick. I wouldn't eat. I didn't eat. I never ate. And thank God uh I'm not gonna tell y'all how much I weigh now because I weigh a lot more. But not a lot, but I weigh a good size. I'm a good size now. I'm healthy size. And I just keep on eating. I just keep on eating. Just keep on eating, you know. But anyways, before when I was really sick and everything, I was working those 3 jobs to kind of keep myself busy and not have to think about life, just thinking about what was in front of me and everything. So, anyways, I asked her, why you work so many jobs? And she was telling me she didn't file her taxes for years. She just, I guess she didn't file them because she felt like she didn't need to. And the IRS ended up catching up with her and did a audit on her. And they were making her, she was still having to work to pay back all that money. And it was horrible. You just thick, that's all. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, because I remember I was talking to some people the other day and I was like, I don't know, I forgot what I said something, but I ticked this one guy off and he was like, shut your chunky self up. I'm like, wait a minute. Nobody ever called me chunky before, but whatever. Chunky. Our old child support, it goes to the child. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you do old child support, a lot of men that goes to the child and everything like that. If you have old back child support. Diamond Girl says some didn't grow up in a household with any love, so maybe they don't know how to express love, right? Fifi says 3 affairs. I left, never looked back. Wow. Bernice says, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." Oh yeah, thank you, Bernice. It was a hard time, because I lost my mother, I lost my grandfather, I lost my grandmother, and it was really hard for me. And it was a lot going on in my life at that time. And I like I put the other day on my Facebook account, I put, it's been times where I didn't care if I woke up the next morning. It was just that bad. I was so depressed that I was like, I don't, and I said it too. I said it to the guy I'm with now, my fiance I'm with now. I said it to him. I said, I don't really care if I die or if I live. I really don't. I was so numb to all these just heartache and pain I was suffering. I was so numb to it. I was just like, I don't even care anymore. I don't care. And he was like, don't say that because you can speak things into your life. And I was like, that's just how I felt. I was so angry too. At the same time, I was like, I don't care, But now that I look back, that was ignorant, and I probably shouldn't have said that. Um, Let me see. Diamond says, Vernice, you will receive one. Fifi says, Diamond, some people just force. He blamed women. I came him, not mom or dad. He was baby and youngest all. Bernie says, "What chunky boy buy on YouTube? This happened." No, it was on a different platform. I had my picture up. I had this little picture of I had a cat, like a cat woman suit on. Like I'm embarrassed. Anyways, I had like these cat ears on, and I was looking sideways into the camera, like I was being silly because I like to take silly pictures too. And I guess my cheeks was looking extra puffy in that, because I was looking extra chunky in that picture. And when he said that, I was like, I am not chunky, I am thick, thank you. And he was like, you cute chunky though. I was like, no, you already did the damage. Just leave it alone. Diamond says it's not always physical abuse. They can mentally abuse you too. That's right. That is so right. That is 100% right, Diamond. it's not all about physical abuse. It's just a lot of forms of abuse people use on others, you know, and it's all about control. 4 jobs. Wow, what a woman, Marianne says. Fifi says, yes, you are survived for a reason a to bring him love. Yes, Fifi. Paul says, if you don't know how to love a woman properly, then don't get married and hurt the one who deserves to be loved the right way. That's right, Paul. You're right about that too. Bernice says, I like to work and idle mind is the devil's workshop. Yeah. Oh, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It sure is. Diamond says, I got so sick of one of my exes running his damn mouth. I see that I was being mentally abused then. Yeah, because man, I've been through a lot, y'all. And I had an ex he would literally lock me in the room and tell me that I couldn't go nowhere. And he would always threaten to shoot me, but he would always go act like he's looking for his gun, but he'd never find that gun. And I'm like, he would hear me begging, please, please don't hurt me, don't hurt me. And I don't know if he just liked seeing me in that vulnerable position, begging and crying and pleading, but he would always act like he would go find it, he would go get it, he's looking for it, but I would never see it. I never seen one. And every time he would go out, it's like you better be right here when I get back. And thank God that one day he was holding me by my hair in the kitchen, and he had my head on the floor, and he was hitting my head against the kitchen floor like over and over. And uh, the door was open, and a little boy, he ran by the door, and he ended up glancing in. I don't know where this little boy came from. This little boy, he came from, I don't know where he came from, but he ran in the door, and he was like, oh, he was like, he was looking, he was like, oh, and he ran out. He was like, mama, mama. He ran and got his mom. And his mom, she pushed the door open. She came in because the door was cracked, and she pushed the door open. She was like, get off of her. Get up right now. She was like, get up, you coming with me, you finna come out here with me. So he ended up letting me up because at the same time he was scared. He's scared as heck of the police. He's scared of the police, really scared of the police. You mention police, this guy's gonna run away, you know. And she was like, I'm calling the police on you. He gets up, he runs out his own house, and we're standing there, and she's like, get your stuff, we leaving right now. You're not coming back over here. She was like, I don't know you, girl, but I'm fixing to help you. Finna get up out of here, or you're not coming back over here. So I got up and I left, and I got my stuff together. And the bad thing about it is, like, we lived in the same complex together. So I got all my stuff and I went back to my house, and she stayed there for a couple hours with me, and she talked to me and everything. And she's like, you okay? Are you sure you're going to be okay here? I was like, yeah, I'm going to be okay. So I got in my house, got ready to go to bed. He's calling my phone, and I'm ignoring the call, ignoring the phone call, ignoring the phone call. And I'm sitting in my house and I'm thinking maybe I should leave. Something was telling me that I need to leave, but I stayed there. Diamond says, Paul, are you married? Fifi says, I have never worked more than one job, but I did work for 12-hour shifts a week, 3 kids and 3 foster children. Oh, Fifi, that's great. Took care of your children and also your foster children. That's great. Bernice says, I know, right, Diamond? Paul is so sweet. We talked before, and he's still the same way, very sensitive. Aw. Diamond says, Paul, they're married now for everything but love, shame, shame, shame. That's right, Diamond. Bernice says, wow, at Fifi. Yeah, but so I go back to my house, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking I need to leave this house before he comes over here, because I already knew he was gonna try to come over there. So I'm still in my house. Like, I don't know why. I just sit there in the house, and I was just sitting there. And I went in my room to go watch TV, and here's a knock at the door, and I'm like, oh my God, I already know who this is. So I come to the door, and he's like, I need to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just want to talk to you. I'm like, no, go away, go away. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. I'm gonna call the police. And this time, for some reason, when I said the police, he didn't run away. He didn't go nowhere. He's like, I just want to talk to you. Open the door, open the door. And if I didn't open the door, the more I didn't open the door, the later and later it got, and the angrier and angrier he got. And he started kicking the door, kicking the door. And he had broke his arm earlier that week from trying to catch me and falling down and breaking his arm. Because he tried to catch me, but I laugh at this now because it was funny because he was such an idiot, like such a asshole. He was chasing after me, and I ran around this car, and he slipped under the car. So he hit the side of the car, and he slipped under it and landed on his arm the wrong way and broke it. So he has this hard cast on his arm. So he's hitting the door, hitting the door, hitting the door, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this door is about to break because he's hitting it that hard. He's putting his whole body against it, hitting it. Like this door is about to break down. So he punches the door, punching the door, punching the door, and he punches through the lock, like he punches the lock off, like the deadbolt flew off the door. And I turned around, and I ran into my room. And my room has a door that goes like it's a door that comes in my room, and there's a door that goes into the bathroom. And I put my back against the door, and I put my feet against the other door so he can't get in. And he's pushing on the door that I'm leaning up against, and I forget about the door that's to the bathroom. He runs through the bathroom, and he runs to that door. And by the time I try to grab that door, like it's a door where you have to pull it instead of push it. You can't put your body against. You gotta pull it shut. And I can't pull the door that hard to stop him from pulling it out my hands because I'm not stronger than him. So he pulls the door out of my hands, and he opens it up. And as soon as I get like I'm trying to get out the other door, he slams that door, and he swings his arm around, and boom, the hard cast he has on his arm hits me dead in my face. And my nose just starts bleeding, and my lips just starts bleeding. And I'm trying to get out the house, and my neighbors by that time they hear what's going on, and the guy from next door, he runs up in the house, and he grabs him up in a bear hug, and he grabs him and picks him up off the ground, and he swings him out the door. He's swinging him like he's fighting to stay inside the house with this guy. He's bigger than him and stronger than him, so he picks him up and he pushes him out the front door. And he's like, man, you better leave her alone. I don't know, you a punk or something. Fight somebody your own size and all this. And they're arguing with each other. And the guy that I'm with right now, well, the fiance that I'm with right now, he's the guy. So yeah, he's the guy that helped me that night. He's the one who picked him up and pushed him out the door. And yeah, y'all might think that's crazy that I'm with him now, the one that helped me, but it's not because he helped me. It's because he's always been in the picture. Really, I met both of them around the same time, but I just the guy that I was with, he saw me come in. We was playing dominoes, and this girl introduced me to him, and he was like, "That's gonna be my woman right there. That's gonna be my wife. That's gonna be my girl." And before I even, knew him, he was claiming me like, "Yeah, that's gonna be my girl." Now you just start claiming me just out the blue, like, and my dumb self just goes along with it, and we start talking and dating. I don't even know this man from A to Z. And I remember when I first met his mom, he yeah, when I remember when I first met he his mom said, "Are you dating my son? I'm gonna pray for you." And right then I should have took that, and I should have ran with that. I should have knew that was a sign right there, that you don't need to be talking to this guy. If his mom is saying that she gonna pray for me because you talking to her son, that's a bad sign, you know. But I didn't think nothing of it. I'm thinking, oh, I wonder why she said that, and I didn't think nothing of it. I just go about my business. But I try to see the benefit. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I try to see the good in everybody. And when he was sweet, he was so sweet. I mean, he was so sweet when he was sweet, y'all. Like he was really, really, really sweet. And he would say the nicest things and do the nicest things. And then when he was mean, he was really mean. And it was like he was like a ticking time bomb. Like it would take the littlest thing to do to set him off. Like just talking to someone else. Like I was talking to the guy that I'm with now. We were talking. We just had a conversation with each other. We're talking outside in public in front of everybody. And this guy, he comes up. He's like, "Oh, you want to talk to him? You want to be with him? So that's who you're trying to talk to now?" And I'm like, "What is this? Where is this coming from? What in the world?" And I never understood, like, why is he so insecure? Why is he so, like he feels like, like it offends the woman because they feel like, what kind of woman do you think I am? Who do you think I am? You think I'm just gonna start talking to somebody like that? You think I'm just gonna jump in bed with the first guy I see? It's crazy. It's offensive. It's a slap in the face. If you're dating me, you know what kind of person I am. Why would you assume that? Why would you even fix your lips to say something like that? You know. And I'm talking about all this, and my fiance's right here, but he doesn't care because he knows all about this. Like he was there, so um, yeah, it was like really offensive. But the way I got rid of that guy was I finally ended up calling the police and going through with the report. Well, I didn't go through with the report. Let me not lie. I didn't go through with the report, but I called the police and I waited for them to get there and I made a report. And when they came and they saw my face, they saw my face bleeding, they saw my nose bleeding, they saw my mouth bleeding, and they took pictures and all that. And they went to put a warrant out for his arrest because it's a felony out here. It's a felony charge out here now. If you hit domestic abuse is a felony. So they put a warrant out for his arrest, and let me tell y'all, after I got away from him and I went back and I moved to my new place, this guy comes around again because he knows the same people I know. He comes around again and he walks up to me. The audacity, he walks up to me like nothing ever happened. And he tries to have a conversation with me. And he's smiling. He knows what he did and he's smiling. He's laughing. He's smiling at me. And he's walking towards me. And I'm like, stay away from me. No, get back, get back. Don't come by me. Stay away from me. And because I'm standing there with my friends, my couple of my homegirls. I'm standing there with them, and their guys are standing right there. And they all get up and they look and they're like, what's going on here? Because they don't know the story. They don't, because I hid a lot of stuff from my friends. I didn't tell them what was going on. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. You know, I feel like if you tell people this, it's like a stereotype they put on females, like you're weak, like you like it because you stay with them. But it's not even like that. It's more out of being afraid of what they might do if you try to get away from them or whatever. But anyways, I'm standing there on the stairs and he's walking towards me, and there's a security guard right there because we have security guard in our facility. And the security guard, he sees how frightened I am and how I'm screaming at him, get away from me, get away from me. So he says, hey man, come here, let me see your ID. I need to see your ID. So he thinks he's big and bad. So he goes up to the security guard and he shows them the ID, his ID. And when the security guard ran his name, he sees he has a warrant out for his arrest. And he's like, man, put your hands behind your back. He's going to hold him there till the police gets there. This man, he turns around, makes a U-turn, and he takes off running. He's running. He's running fast too, but the security guard is faster. And the security guard pulls out his the taser gun, and he tases him. And the taser, one prong stuck him in his back, in his back, and one stuck him in his arm. And he like the guy that I was with, my ex or whatever, he's strong, so he pulled the string out of the taser gun, but the string and the prong thingy that sticks inside you was still stuck inside him. And he's running with it in him, and he's like, damn, he broke my taser. He my taser broke off in his arm. He broke my taser. And when he's running, I guess the taser is tasing him. It was still tasing, like the electricity was still going through him. So while he's running, he's getting weaker and weaker, and he gets almost across the street and he passes out in the middle of the street because the taser is still, the electricity bolts are still going through him, like it's making him weak, and he's trying to run with adrenaline. That adrenaline's pumping, but I guess it the adrenaline goes down, so he gets weak and he passes out. And y'all, I'm sorry, but I bust out laughing when I saw him fall in the middle of that street. I bust out. I was so relieved and so happy that they finally got him. They got him. Like, I was so happy because he thought he was so just all that. Like, oh, they can't do anything to me. They didn't get me. But they got him. And the police come and they pick him up and they put him in jail, and they press charges on him. The state pressed charges on him. And they said that even if I didn't press charges on him, that they was gonna press charges on him. So they pick up the charges and they press charges on him. They should have tased his balls. Good run, Forrest, run. That's funny, y'all funny. But yeah, they press charges on him, and he goes to jail, and he's in jail, and he's like, he's crying now because he's crying when he's going to the car, and he's crying like he's a little brat, like he's the victim, and why you guys doing this to me? Why y'all arresting me? And I feel like you are such a disgrace. You're just disgusting. Like, I was feeling in my mind, like I was so happy. Y'all don't even know. I know we ain't supposed to feel like that when somebody's like down and out. We ain't supposed to feel that feeling that I had. But I was so happy. I just wanted to fall on the ground and just scream out of happiness. I was just so happy they got him. They got him. They got him. But when they took him to jail or whatever, they took him to jail. He was in jail for a while. I don't know how long because I did not care. They didn't even call me up there to testify. They didn't call me to the courts. They didn't. Had nothing to do with me. Now it was the state versus him. So they didn't put me in it. All they did was reach out to me and ask me how I was doing, if I needed any counseling, if I needed any help, because this abuse wasn't just over a period of days. It was over a period of months and in almost a year, But I'm glad I didn't stay in it long enough to have really bad. It really affected me in a really, really bad, messed up way. It affected me, but not in that, some women have it way worse. Um, but like I um I had to answer questions. They sent me surveys and asked me questions, and I answered those questions, and they sent me money and stuff like that. They told me if I need anywhere to go, they'd help me out, and it was really nice. I didn't know that people cared that much, to reach out to me like that and to help me out like that, and they really did. Like out here where I'm at, they have some really good people, and that really just made me feel like, God is watching over me. He does care what happens, because I was really feeling low, like I deserved every bit of it. I felt so low, like just very, very low and not worth anything. And a person can wipe all the secure feelings you have out of you just by talking crap to you every day and hitting on you and just making you feel like dirt. They can wipe all that away. Like any confidence you ever had is just gone down the toilet. And you start to doubt yourself and start to feel like you're just the ugliest thing walking. And I was feeling that way for a while, but I finally ended up getting my confidence back, and it took me a while, but me and the guy that I'm with now, we got together and he walked up to me and he's like, "Oh, I understand what you've been through. I'm not trying to, talk to you really fast and get into a relationship with you so fast. I'm just trying to get to know you." He took it slow because he already knew what was going on. So I'm really happy about that. And we ended up getting together, and we've been together now 10 years. It's been 10 years, and we've been together for a long time, and he understands everything that I have been through, and he's a God-fearing man. And he's really great, and we pray together, and we have good times together, and he's really, really caring. And I mean, this guy do anything for me, anything. And I really thank God because you step out of one door and God opens another door for you. Shut one door and another one's open for you. And when he pours out blessings you have not room enough to receive. And I'm telling y'all, he poured out a blessing that I had not room enough to receive, but I still opened up my arms and received it as much as I could. So it's really good. Some experience make you stronger. It makes you feel, like you can fight against, the devil and his messed up plans he might have for you. And, we have power, more power than we think we have. Um, Oh, thank you, Diamond. Oh, congratulations, Paul. I didn't know that. Um, Let me see. I think I missed some. Let me see. What Taze is what? Taze is what? I meant the security should have. Yeah. Diamond says, awesome, Paul. It sounds like you're a God-fearing man, and we need more like you to represent the brothers because we women need good, strong men. That's right. That is exactly right. Fifi says, Marianne says, laugh out loud, Bernice. Diamond's laughing at Fifi. Fifi says, that's why I say if that no mess want help, I'll do it. Can't move her in here, but we'll help her. Yeah, that's why I wanted to reach out to her because I understand exactly what she's going through, or what she went through, because it's no joke. It's really no joke when and any men that might be going through it too. I mean, we're here to talk to them too because, it doesn't really have a set gender on there. Some women abuse men too. Some women are really cold towards men. And I hate when I see a good man and a woman is treating them so bad. It's so wrong. And they love that woman so much that they're taking it and and the woman pushes and provokes this guy. And, and he still just doesn't do anything. He's still trying to be the good guy, trying to be as good as he can to her until they push that guy so far that that guy gets depressed and he really doesn't feel good about himself anymore either. And I hate that. I hate that for some guys that go through that too, and it's like when I see a female doing that and I see the guys, he's laid back and it makes me so mad and angry. I just want to jump in between and be like, "Hey, listen here, woman. There's a lot of women praying out here to get the kind of guy that you got, and you can't even appreciate him. You want to treat him like dirt, and there's women out here that have men that treat them like dirt, and here you are treating a good one like crap. It's just horrible. And we got to stand up for our men as well as we stand up for our women too, because it goes both ways, and I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it go both ways. You know. Um, Fifi says, I've never gone through it. My bro stopped all that. See, yeah, I have one brother and he was out for the military and doing his own thing. And he was on front line in the military. And Fifi says, me. Yeah, he was in the military, so women abuse men just as much. You're right, simply. That's right. Yeah, Diamond. Because I've seen it happen. And when I was younger, I would think, when I was young and dumb, I would think, what kind of man's going to let a woman hit on him? That is so crazy. But you know what? What are you gonna do if you're not a woman beater and you're a good man and you're a God fearing man? What are you gonna do when this woman's just hitting on you? They say you could leave, but some women will chase after you and they'll be yelling in your face and pushing you and hitting you, slapping you in the face, and it's just horrible. Like, why are you doing this? If you can't keep your hands to yourself, slap yourself. Don't slap somebody. You get mad, slap yourself. Don't slap somebody else. Keep your hands to yourself. You know, I just don't understand when people do that. It's like, well, why are you hitting this person? You're not their mama. You didn't raise this boy. You didn't raise this man. You know, you don't have no authority over him to be putting your hands on him. You know, and same vice versa with the women. You're not this lady's daddy. You're not her daddy. You're not her authority figure. She's not your slave. She's not. You just don't have that kind of power over another person. You know, the only person that you can control is yourself. You can't control somebody else. The only person you can control is yourself. So stay in your place, know your place. Don't step outside of your box and trying to control everybody in the world because you can't. Like one person has that controlling spirit or they have that narcissistic spirit or manipulative spirit, it's really horrible because some of them don't even realize they got it. They're just so used to living that type of life. It just comes natural to them. They think they're always supposed to be in control. They know what's best for you and for them and for everybody else. And it's not like that. It's like, get a grip, step back into reality and get a grip on life because you're not all that plus a bag of chips. When God made one bad one, he made two. That's what my grandma used to always say. Well, when in other words, you think you big and bad, there's somebody always out there bigger and badder than you. I mean, we don't know what kind of people that we're dealing with in this world. So when you deal with people, deal with them with caution because you don't know what kind of person you're going to be stepping up on. Um, Bernice says, okay, don't judge me, but I had a guy hit me, but I ended up in jail. He pressed charges on me after he was in the ambulance. True story. Well, he hit you first, so shoot, he tore his butt up. That's what he get. That's what he get. Me, I was so scary. I was thinking like, oh, if I hit this guy, he might kill me. So I was so scary about that. But I feel like I should have fought back. But everybody knows their strengths. And if some women don't play that. Like Bernice is one of them women that don't play that. You ain't finna put your hands on me. And I've seen women like that, and I really do give them their props. Don't let nobody hit on you. I mean, they don't have that right to do that. Diamond says sometimes leaving isn't enough. You have to check out the whole state. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right, because they will follow you. They will stalk you down. Marianne says, I went through crap with my ex-husband. He would beat the crap out of me, and finally I left and divorced that ass fight. Ass fight. Yeah, you know what? And you did the right thing, Marianne. You don't have to stay in that situation with anybody. That's great. I'm glad that you're out of that situation because it seems like it's a lot of jealousy too that makes a man want to hit on a woman or a woman want to hit on a man. It's because they're jealous, they envy, you know, and it's horrible. Paul says, Diamond, thank you for your compliments. I appreciate that. I believe that if a man is not a person who obeys God, then he is not the one for the woman to choose. Exactly. We're supposed to be equally yoked with each other. We're supposed to be on the same page, with each other before we try to get together and get married and do all that kind of stuff. Be equally yoked to that person. Fifi says, Bernice, I believe it because cops looked at my ex and made me leave after he refused to press charges. Y'all just tearing these men up. He said the cops looked at him and made her leave. Oh man, that right there got that got me right there. The cops looked at him and made her leave. Oh man. Oh, Fifi. Hey, chop it up. Chop it up's in the house. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Diamond says, I don't play that. Fifi says, Glock 43. Did you pistol whip him, Fifi? Marianne says, good for you, Bernice. That's what I'm saying. Because, shoot, nobody had to take that. You got to fight back sometime. You can't let people take advantage because if you let them do it, they'll keep on continuously do that. Fifi says, God, honest truth. I know it is, Fifi. I know you don't play that either. I know it. I already know it. That just made me laugh because, shoot, the cops looking at him like, ma'am, you got to go. You got to go. He said, I don't want to press charges now. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Marianne says I had to go to work with messed up face. Yeah, that's the most embarrassing thing when you got marks and bruises all over you and you trying to make excuses and you know, it's so embarrassing. Oh, I fell down, and some of the excuses don't even make no sense. I fell down, I tripped off the curb, and now that's how I got this black eye, bloody nose, and busted lip because I tripped on my shoestring. Some of these excuses don't even make any sense. I know from when I used to make excuses, it didn't even make any sense. And I feel so stupid. Diamond says I ran from a narcissist. That's why I'm here. I didn't want to put that man in a casket before his time. I know that's right, Diamond. Bernice says, yes, the cops asked me what happened to him. He is bleeding and has to go to the hospital. Oh, goodness. Bernice says, oh, no, I'm so sorry, Marianne. Yes. Diamond says, welcome, chop it up. Yeah, I had this neighbor one time, and this guy, he used to always argue with her. And he was arguing with her. He was like, I will beat your A. I was listening. Oh, yeah, I was listening because I was trying to figure out if I need to call the cops or help her out or whatever. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out if I need to call the cops and help her out. But he must have swung at her or he must have tried to hit her or something. But the next thing I know, I see him running out the house. Oh my gosh, she bust my head open. She bust my head open, my head. And I'm thinking, oh God, what's going on here? So I run downstairs, run out the house, and I'm looking and I go to her door because it's wide open. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna call her T. Hey T, are you okay? Well, I'm gonna call her Sheikah because it's like her name is really ghetto, but I'm gonna call her Sheikah. That's half of her name. But I'm like, hey Sheikah, are you okay? And when I go in the house and I look and I see blood everywhere, like piles of blood, like on the floor, on the wall. Oh, God, on her shirt. His shirt is soaking wet. And, oh, it was a hard. It feel like I was looking at a crime scene. I thought I was looking. I thought I didn't know it was y'all. I'm just having flashbacks right now. It's crazy. And I was like, oh my God. And this girl bust this dude over the head with I don't know if it was a vase or it was something heavy. A candle holder, I think it was. And this man's head just was open, like to how they say I'm gonna bust you to the white meat. This man got busted in his head, and it was horrible. And he had to go to the hospital. And then when he was getting up in the ambulance, he was like, "Come on, babe, you gotta go with me." She was like, "I ain't going to the hospital with you." Like, what? You gonna go to the hospital? You want her to come so you can tell the police, or you can tell the doctors what happened, and they can call the police on her? Like, she was like, I ain't going up there with you. Go to the hospital by yourself. The fights they used to get in was so ridiculous. Like one day, she threw his shirt. Like he had it. He always take his shirt off in the middle of a fight. she took his shirt and threw it up in the air, and it landed on this nail on the building. And the building is tall, and it was like almost on the roof. Like, and when I got up in the morning, they was fighting. And I got up in the morning, I look outside, and his shirt's hanging off the roof, like off a nail outside on the roof. I was like, "How did you get that shirt all the way up there?" And she just started rolling, just laughing, and we just bust out, just falling on the floor laughing. Like, I don't know what the heck they be doing doing that night, but when the sun hit and the sun was shining and you could see everything clearly, it was crazy. It was like his shirt was all the way up there. I don't know how she got that shirt up there. I think she turned into like Superman or something. It was crazy. um, Hello, Rose, Darlene fans. Hi, how are you? If you don't have somebody in the room, please grab them up. Um, Let me see. Diamond says, welcome, chop it up. Bernie says, oh no, I'm so sorry I read that. Marianne says, I was scared of him. He was 10 years older and a black belt. Oh, wow. Fifi says, Bernie's right. He was fireman called in 3 days till eyes went down. Oh, Lord. Diamond says, Marianne, I'm glad you're able to share your story because he could have really hurt you. That's right. Fifi says, glad you made it, Marianne. Many don't. Diamond says, hey, welcome, Rose. Marianne says, thanks, girls. Diamond says, survivor, awesome ladies. Yes, that's right. I'm so glad that we all got out of our situations that we were in because it ain't no good. It ain't no good. Fifi says, I never stayed in a relationship like that. I felt I was too much of a lady to go to jail. Yeah, you can't stay in a situation like that because all it's going to do is get you into trouble, you know. Hold on, y'all. Okay, Rennie says she's laughing at Fifi. Chop it up is putting some hearts in the room. Diamond says exactly, Fifi. I don't look good in blue or orange. Yeah, I've always been afraid to go to jail, but I kind of always figured I would never go to jail from hurting anybody because, like, I got me a gun. Yeah, I got me a gun, but I was thinking like I still have the protective clip, the lock on the trigger, so where you can't pull the trigger. And my fiance goes, "Why don't you take that lock off of there?" I'm like, I don't intend on using it. Like, I have it to scare a person. If I need it, I'm gonna scare somebody with it. Or if I have to take it off, I would probably just shoot them in the leg or in the foot or something like that. I don't want to hurt them, but I don't want to kill nobody. I would never be able to live myself down, even if they were trying to attack me. I don't know if I could do that, but I was gonna have to grow some braveness and go to the shooting range and practice and stuff like that, so I could be able to hit somebody in the foot. Because knowing me, I'll be shooting the ground, but you know, I just got it for like, just to scare someone if they try to, attack or something like that. But I've always, my mom's always told me like if you're gonna use a weapon, make sure that you use it. Or if you pull it out, you use it because they can take that away from you and use it on you. So if you're gonna if it gets that bad that you have to take out a weapon, you better use that weapon. You know. Um, Diamond says cell block H. Remember that show, Fifi? I never heard of that show. Fifi says sometime I get lonely, call up Peace and he got to go. In the AM he got to go. Fifi. Diamond says you want to scare someone, girl? No. Yeah, I mean, because I've always ran it through my mind. Would I ever really shoot someone or would I ever really hurt somebody? I don't know. I don't think I would, but you know. Marianne says, one time he took me to the desert and I thought he was going to kill me. So when he stopped the car, I jumped on the driver's side and left his ass out there. Marianne, that is smart. Knowing me, I would have been panicking and everything else. Like, what are you about to do? What are you going to do? Asking questions and everything. I would never even thought about getting in the driver's side leaving. I don't ever think about stuff until I'm actually out of the situation and it already didn't happen, and I'm like, I should have did this, I should have did that, you know. Diamond says, Marianne, yes, drive off. Hopefully you were in a whole other city. Yeah, shoot. So yeah, my mind don't be working like that. It be all like, what should I do? What should I do? You know, I panic. I really go into this panic. I fly into like a panic attack and I don't think straight. But whenever I'm out of the situation, I have time to think and I'm sitting there, I'm like, dang, I should have did this. And I get so mad, you know, like, man, I should have did that. You know, I have the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you know. Fifi says, I did use it. So that's true. Once you shoot someone, it's easier to do it again. You know, I heard that too. So I heard that it gets easier. You know, just like they say, once you kill somebody, it's easier to do it again. Like those serial killers, but I ain't trying to kill nobody, but you know. It was me or him. Yeah, you have to look at it that way too. Diamond says, go home, pack your belongings, and go. Yeah, that's what you got to do, especially if somebody's gonna drive you somewhere to a desolate, spot. You know, you never know what they got planned. What are you driving me over here so nobody can hear my screams? You know, like, you got to be smart about what's going on around you and what kind of person you're dealing with, because some of these people, they rush into the relationships and they don't know what kind of person they're dealing with, like I did. That's my mistake, rushing into a relationship because it sounds good to be in a relationship. It sounds good to say I have a man, and it's not all about that, you know. Marianne says I freaked, so it was God that told me to go. Yeah. Diamond says I carry an ice pick everywhere. Stick and move. Stick and move. Stick and move, baby. I know that's right. You know, because now I have a little pocket knife. I had this knife. It's sharp, but it's this little pocket knife. And I have some mace. I have pepper spray in my car. And I used to keep my pepper spray on my keys, but now I just keep it in my side door of my car. And I have my gun, which I keep close by me all the time. But like I said, I got that little lock thingy on there, but I have the key to it. I can always hurry up and take the lock off. But I make sure I keep that lock on there because I've heard stories and I've had a family member. He was taking his gun apart and he was cleaning it. He was playing with it, looking at it, and it went off and shot him. Well, yeah, it went off while he was cleaning it and shot him in the foot, and he dropped it because it hurt, so he dropped it and it went off again and shot him in the head and he killed him instantly. So I'm really kind of cautious about guns and stuff like that because it's not guns who kill people, it's people who kill people. And sometimes you can kill yourself by playing with it or, showing off or doing the handling it when it's loaded, stuff like that. So I'm really cautious about guns and where I keep mine. You don't want any kids getting to them and playing with them like they're toys and stuff like that. So you got to be really careful about when you have a weapon in your house. So, um, let me see. I think I missed something. Fifi says he was trying to rape me, but food didn't take my purse. Oh wow. Diamond, I used to till I got a Glock. Ronnie says at Diamond, I'm from New York. I used to carry a kickstand from a bike. Oh man, that's gonna do some damage. Diamond says, wow, Fifi survivor. Marianne says, you have to. I have a gun my dad gave me. Fifi says, us East Coast women don't play. And that's kind of right. I do feel that because I know a lot of females from the Bronx and, from New York. And I mean, all the females that I know from New York, they're tough. They're tough. They don't, they don't take no crap, you know. But I guess it's like it's the way you're raised, and like I told you, I lost my mother at a young age, so I didn't have that voice to tell me, this is how you do this is how you do that. And I mean, I grew up with my grandmother, but they were old school, laid back, strict about the Christian standards in life and things like that. Not really teaching the street ways, Not I didn't have any street smarts at all. I still kind of don't. I got a little bit street smarts, but I still don't have it all, like as far as how to survive if I were to be in the streets, out there. And when I was younger, I didn't even know what that meant. I was thinking in the streets, what does that mean? So naive to everything, so trusting of everybody, and stuff like that. So I really didn't have any that guidance that people have as far as that. But got a lot of sisters, so kind of like a little bit learned from them a little. I got four sisters. I have three older and one younger, and an older brother. So Kind of learned from my older sisters and stuff like that as I was growing up. Um, Diamond says, I have two Fifi, but the ice pick is easier to carry. Fifi says, I'm licensed to carry. Out here you can have one without being licensed now because they're tired of people running up in people's houses. They're tired of this, of the crap that's going on. Diamond says, Bernice, that's funny, but anything can be a weapon as long as you're protected. That's right. Fifi says, pepper spray till I look them in eyes. Dang. They said this, they have a wasp spray, the spray that you use for wasp nests, that is high powered and it shoots really far, farther than pepper spray and mace. And it'll burn until you go to the hospital and get your eyes rinsed out. Like it's some high powered stuff. 1 minute, y'all. So, ladies, I had a good conversation with y'all tonight. Ness No Mess just came on live, and I'm always up in her bushes or up in the chat room, just chilling, seeing what she got to say. So, well, I can use my other device to go over there, but I don't want to stream her live on my live because I don't want it taken down or anything like that. And Marianne says, my dad was a Marine, and he taught us to defend ourselves. But if I would have had a gun, then when that happened to me with my ex, I would have shot him. Oh Lord. God knows, what we're gonna go through before we go through it. So everything happens for a reason, and I'm not saying that bad things happen for a reason, but Diamond says working on the conceal to carry permit. They're easy to get here. Bernice says, who is it? We can raid her. Okay, let me go get her link real quick. I'm gonna go get her link. Let me see. It's Nest No Mess, but I'm gonna get the link for y'all. And yeah, we can go over there and raid her. Let me see. Uh-oh. Here we go. Copy link. Okay. All right, here I come with the link, y'all. And I'm just gonna warn y'all, it might be a roast and a gag over there, y'all. So not on the people that's in there, but it might be a roast and gag on somebody else. So but there's her link right there. Good night, girl. Got early appointment. Okay, good night, Fifi. I'll see you later. Um, if y'all want to grab the link that I just put in the room, y'all can go ahead and follow me over here because I'm gonna go over to Nest No Mess. That's Nest No Mess's link, the one that we had in Decop's chat earlier. Um, with the great interview that we was listening to. That's the same girl. Um, Fifi says, I don't go looking for trouble, but I don't run. See y'all tomorrow. Be safe. You too, Fifi. Thank you for coming by. Um, thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Bernice. Thank you, Marianne. Thank y'all so much. If y'all want to go ahead and grab the link, I'm going over here to Nest No Mess's platform. So we can go over here if y'all want to. It's crazy. I can't post links. That is crazy because you're a mod. You should be able to post links, Diamond. If you're a mod, you can post links in here. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm about to have to go check my settings or something. I don't know if I got that blocked or what, but that's weird. I don't understand it. No, because when we had that raid, everybody was posting links that day. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you haven't thumbs me up, please thumbs me up on your way out. I'm going to go over here to Nest No Messes Live now. Thank y'all so much for visiting me tonight and sticking around with me. I appreciate it so much. Y'all have a very, very blessed night. And take care and stay safe. And I'll see y'all soon. Marianne, I don't know if you still in here, but getting ready to go over to that link. If you see the link that I just posted in here, I'm gonna post it again just in case. Um, hold on, let me see my. Okay, here it is. Here's the link again if y'all want to come over there and follow me over to Nest No Messes Live. I really appreciate it because that's where I'm going to be at, y'all. So, okay, Diamond says I can do on the computer but not on the phone. Oh, okay. That's strange. Okay, y'all. So we finna go over here and do a raid from over here from my when y'all go in there, please put Simply a Sweetheart's raid. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Take care. God bless. Click the link and let's go over to Nest No Messes platform. And like I said, y'all have a great, great night and be blessed. God bless. Thank you. Bye.